This is my video log from week 4. My week 4 video log is based around the team problem solving of the Solvent Recovery Unit SRU. The SRU is the largest column on site and is the system that I've based most of my research around. The unit uses the highest volume of phosphoric acid for each CIP on a daily basis. So far during my placement, I've studied the CIP sequence of this particular unit, and like explained in previous logs, I am the subject matter expert in its field. Week 4 saw some massive issues arise with the SRU. The column had become blocked and its operational performances were down, increasing solvent carryover downstream, producing more problems. It was caused by the unit's ineffective CIP sequence currently used to clean the column. The week saw multiple meetings and the exchange of much of my learnt information thus far over my placement. Many members of the site, persons from engineering, site managers, chemists and operators all came together day by day to troubleshoot the issues with the SRU in an attempt to find a solution to the problem. Because most of my work and research had been done around the SRU, I found myself with all my information at the front of the pack. All the data and research I had been compiling over my entire placement, as well as in the lab in the last couple of weeks, was now extremely relevant to the issue at hand. Quickly becoming the man with the answers, so to speak, I was challenging but very exciting at the same time to be put under the spotlight. My research and discoveries was now not only relevant for the long-term solutions of the site, but was now required to help solve the current issues the plant was having. Being in the spotlight was great for all my skill developments. Having multiple people trying to communicate with me all day long, requesting for my lab findings and quickly summarising reports all greatly increased my skills. Communicating with so many people saw the greatest developments. Working in a team and being able to successfully communicate with persons from all different departments across the site. Presenting my work at the daily meetings was scary at the start, but by the end of the week I was extremely comfortable presenting the data I'd collected overnight. The large discussions and findings and what the next action plan was next really showed me how the issues in the workplace are solved. It was great to be at the centre of attention with all of my research. As already explained briefly, the main points from week 4 were 1. Being placed in the spotlight, 2. Having a request for my current lab findings, 3. Presenting daily at each meeting, 4. Communicating with persons from all over site. Being placed in the spotlight was something I found really exciting. Being able to have technical conversations with people and show off my skills and knowledge on the issues. Having requests for summary reports of my lab findings was also exciting. With some help and guidance from Jeff, the chemist, he showed me how to correctly word and present my lab findings to different persons from different departments. Daily presentations were a little daunting at first, but the informal nature and conversations during and after became more comfortable, and by the end of the week I had no problem speaking at each meeting. The communication with everybody was extremely overwhelming at first, probably the worst of the 4 points explained. All these people who didn't know who I was were all of a sudden turning up at my desk, sending me email requests for information and constantly calling me. I finally had a taste for real workplace communication when things can get really busy. All of these points explained demonstrate the progress and skill development over week 4. Being thrown under the spotlight was so exciting for me. However, there were aspects that I was nervous with at the beginning. By the end of the week, I saw my confidence and my ability to effectively communicate with people around site to have the greatest development.